This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. I'm thrilled today to be joined by a guest that was highly recommended to us, Barton Scott. Barton's the founder of a company. He's going to tell us what he does, how he got started, what he's most excited about and focused on as we get going for 2024, advice for other founders and leaders, and a lot more. Barton, welcome to the podcast. Can you take a moment and introduce yourself and tell us about Upstream Formula as the company?
Sure, it's great to be here with you. And I, like a lot of listeners, have always realized the connection between, or at least I would assume, between how much energy you have and how much you can get done, and how much money you'll make, how much freedom you'll have a chance to have. And that's always excited me. And yeah, so I look at becoming very healthy as it's sort of like building up a big investment fund or savings account. And I just love doing that for people. I studied chemical engineering. I also became a nutritionist. And we have a team of nutritionists today that help people that were suffering things just like my mother was when she passed, and when I was helping her with her health, and ultimately helping her more than anyone else, but just not enough, really, truthfully, and realizing along the way, and this is a big part of the story too, that the supplements she was taking weren't absorbing very well, and after studying chemical engineering, really realizing that that was the what I went to school for, and I could solve that problem and create a better manufacturing process that would produce supplements that absorbed, even if which most people have this problem, even if you have a broken digestive system, meaning low stomach acid, which can result in acid reflux, oddly enough, Candida, SIBO, all these things that, frankly, most people have, at least some of. So we do that, and we help people be more productive, more themselves, be an upgraded you. Is one of our taglines for upgraded formulas, and we really get people healthy. We get people off of prescription medication. We're one of the only companies, really the only one I know of, that actually does that in a process way.
In talk about sort of what exactly do you folks do? Is it supplements? Is it precision supplements? Tell us a little bit about exactly what you do and how it works, and then we'll talk about what you're most focused on this year.
Yeah, sure. Happy to. We really are a company for getting people well holistically, more vital. So people use us from everything of like, oh, I want to, run my first Ironman or marathon. I also just want to get healthy after losing the weight after a pregnancy. Everything, I want to prevent burnout or recover from burnout in my career. Um, so we do that through testing people's hair and giving them supplements that we know that they need, and the amounts, the dosages, the time, things like that. And this is no drugs. By the way, in case you're one of these people, just like my dad was, it took him a while, being of an older generation, to realize, drugs never get people well. They just turn down the painful symptoms. But they don't make people healthier in almost every single case. That is unfortunately true. And a friend of mine that was working through med school realized that same sort of thing. He's like, man, it was depressing because I realized that, I would just never get people well. And that is what we do. So we get people off of anxiety medication, sleep medication, thyroid medication, even adrenal support stuff. Um, yeah, we've done clinical trials on our supplements. We can talk about what's coming next there. And we have supplements that are, you could definitely say, precision supplements. They're highly effective. And then hair testing, not blood, but hair testing to understand which ones you need for a couple different reasons.
When you look at this year coming up, what's the company most focused on this year coming up? Is it growth in sales? Is it engineering? Where are you most focused this year as this year gets started?
Yeah, a lot of engineering of new supplements, new formulas, things that people on our email list have asked for when we surveyed them. Because there's an endless number of products I'd like to produce that we can do a great version, a better version of what's out there. Um, so yeah, I've been asked to even formulate and create products for other companies. Um, so yeah, just doubling down on what we do really well already. Speaking more, I have a book coming out and that's on how and you can follow us. You can drop in your email for free on our website, upgradedformulas.com, and see when this comes out. So please do that. And yeah, just doing more shows like yours. So thank you for having me on. And the book really, I think, is the focus. I was just in a documentary as well, with a lot of other thought leaders in health. And yeah, just really excited to continue this wave of things. But the book is called Your Personality in a Pill: How Nutrition Becomes Personality.
But tell us that title again, and where people will be able to get that book when it's
Yeah.
published.
Yeah, so it's Your Personality in a Pill. The subtitle is How Nutrition Becomes Personality. And it's something that I uniquely see doing what we do with a hair analysis. We actually see if someone not only has some of these issues like bipolar or manic depressive a tendency, but we can reverse them. We can begin to really dial back those things that they're high in, like calcium. Maybe they're taking too much vitamin D. Maybe they're deficient in magnesium. Maybe their thyroid is low and they just need iodine, or copper, selenium, different things like that. But the key is absorbing these things, not just taking them, but taking products that absorb, completely without digestion. So yeah, that and then consultations to understand those test results. I mean, it's really a great process that we're really proud to be able to offer. Gives people more energy, better
Fantastic.
sleep, things like that. Yeah.
Well, we all need all those things. I couldn't agree with you more. It's sort of the old concept of health is wealth, and it's so true. If this is another way to get there, God bless and fantastic. I want to thank you, Barton, for joining us. Tell people again where they can find the website in the name of the book.
Sure. Upgradedformulas.com, and the book will be out later this year. It's Your Personality in a Pill: How Nutrition Becomes Personality. But yeah, upgradedformulas.com is where to go now, and you can use code Barton10, Barton10 at checkout.
Thank you so much for joining us, Barton. What a pleasure to visit with you. Terrific, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.